What we're going to discuss right now is how to locate resources for your courses in the hub. And this is a session that we did in the afternoon. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through that process and where to find information and how to do so. Again, we're going to go back to the course, the Yates Power Up PD course. And as we discussed in the prior session, best way to find courses that you're already enrolled in is to go to all courses, and it's going to show everything. I scroll a little bit far past it, but I can click Yates Power Up PD, and I'm right there. And so on the tree over here is kind of cut off a little bit. I'm going to go to 2016-2017 school year, and then accessing the lesson planning resources. So we kind of worked out of this page during the session. And for those of you who aren't familiar with HISD master courses, we kind of discussed what they were and what they provided. And as you go through this page, you can see all of the different content for which they're available. One of the interesting things this year is, for those of you who were here last year and used master courses, you remember that we had to copy it from the Yates secondary course folder. Then you had to copy it separately to each of your classes. No longer do you have to do that. The district is now automatically enrolling each teacher in the master course content by virtue of the fact that they're teacher of record in Chancery. The same is true for the student. So the student is able to see the student side of any master course in which that student is enrolled. And so that should make things a little bit easier this year. I'm going to show you just as a quick sample, if you're not familiar with the master course, I actually went and I downloaded the master course file into here. All right, you can actually go in and type in master courses in searching, and you can find access to them there. But as I said before, they're automatically loaded into your system by Chancery. So I'm just going to go ahead and start up here. I'm going to just click through an English 1 master course. So when I go into the English 1 master course, it's divided up by unit. So the district has said they're rolling out units parts at a time. And so here they have Unit 1. Unit 2 should be done somewhat soon. But you can go ahead and see the Unit 1 resource. When you click inside of it, you'll see that they've divided the unit up into parts, Part 1 and Part 2. And for ELA, there's this literacy notebook that they want the students to use throughout the different lessons. So that's there for you to be able to experience, as well as Unit 1 extensions. If you have students who are ahead or students who might need to be challenged in different ways, the extensions are great resources. So just so you can get a sense of what's here, I went into Part 1. I'm going to click into Lesson 1, and you can see they're divided up into 3 different sections. So if I went to Revising and Editing, I can see up here the student view of the resource. All right, and down here is the teacher resources for carrying out the lesson. When you go to teacher resources, they have outlines and they have copies of the assignment. And so when I go ahead and I click in this, and it's going to take a second to make a copy, and you would see this better on your computer because you would actually want to go here and probably download it. But you can see down here that there's the outline, and I'm scrolling through. You can see all the tweaks and basically your lesson plan for that particular lesson. All right, I'm going to go back to the folder over here. And going back to the folder, I'm going to go and I want to show you the student side of the resources. Oh, sorry. And so when I go here to Revising and Editing in Lesson 3, I click that. And so now you can see what the students see on their side. There's the themes, the vocabulary, they have flashcards, they put the objectives, there's videos, they follow the 5E model, so you can see all the different sections within the assignment itself. If you decide that you don't like the way that they present certain content, you actually have the ability to edit, and you can tell by the corner of these hub places here, you have the ability to edit the content, and you can make it something that you feel like will resonate more with your kids. And so the master courses are a great resource. So I'm going to go back to the course, and I'm just going to kind of skip up here. And this is a quick way to get back. So going back into Plan Guide, so we talked about the master courses, how to get to them. We also talked about digital textbooks. Now, because I'm not a teacher of record in Chancery, it's hard for me. I can't really show you any textbooks, but what I can do is show you where to find them. So HISD has a website here that you can click to figure out how to get to your textbook resources. This is really important if you teach an AP class, because the AP textbooks are a little bit more challenging to find, and this website will explain to you how to find them. I put a file here which I'm going to open up, which kind of shows you where many of the materials are. And so I'm going to scroll down to, let's look at math. So math is showing me several things. It's telling me that for Pearson, Algebra 1, Geometry Algebra 2, that Pearson textbook is going to be located in the Hub Digital Resource page. This page is where you're going to find the majority of your textbooks. So if I click back to the Hub, I'm going to go here to More. More is where my digital resources are. And so it's going to log you in, and then once you're logged in, you can go to your subject, and this is true for any subject, and actually click on the textbook. You can only go to textbooks that you're the teacher of record for. The same is true with your kids. So if you're an Algebra 2 teacher, you're not going to be able to see the Algebra 1 book. So just keep that in mind. Going back to the instructional materials, there are some that are links in the Hub library. And so if you want a resource that's a link in the Hub library, you actually need to log back into the Hub, and you're going to click on the Library tab. After you click on the Library tab, you're going to go down here, and you would type in the book you're looking for, and it would take you a link to that particular page. I'll click back to the instructional materials. And then some say login info from curriculum, and you can see that's an AP statistics. That's an AP statistics login. And so, as I said, for the AP statistics and all of the AP courses, you're gonna need to go back to the login that is on that HISD page. So if I go back to the course, and I'm just gonna kind of skip through here. Get back to the course, you're going to find the link to all of that information at this website. And you can see it has the courses with unique instruction. So all of those courses you can click on and figure out how to get into the book. Let's see. And finally, the scope and sequence. So for all the subjects, if you remember, they use the vertical alignment guides and the pacing and the scope and sequence guides. All those are available for you. All you have to do is enroll yourself in the Hub course in order to get access to that. And so the way you enroll yourself in the course, you don't want to go to this search function because it really is not that good. What you want to do is you want to go to courses, and when you click in courses, you're going to go to all courses. In the top right corner, you're going to see the site source catalog. Go ahead and click that, and then you're going to enroll yourself in the course. And I know it's cut off a little bit, but you can see they have them at secondary level for English, Fine Arts, Health, and so on and so forth. And so what you would do is you would click that, and you would enroll in the course. Once you're enrolled in the course, you're going to go ahead and you're going to go back. So I'm going to click on the science guide since that one's at the top of my list. And what you can see here on this side of the screen is that they have content for all of the different courses. So if I'm teaching chemistry, I can go through and I can get to my pacing calendar, my scope and sequence. I can get to the vertical alignment guide. And I believe they're eventually going to be posting the district assessments. So all of those resources are there, available for you in the Hub. And let me go back. Oh, I'm in a different course. Let me just go and check, make sure we covered all of our bases, which I believe we did. So, in conclusion, we talked about where to find the master courses, where to get the textbooks, where to find the pacing guides. And so if you have any questions or any issues, just let me know. As I said before, I don't have access into the actual books, so you'll need to come and see me so we can take care of the issue.